account, logging into the company dashboard, ordering a permit, and more. ExpressPass is accessed from permits.mdot.ms.gov. Once you access the login page, it will allow the users that have an account to log into the system by entering their username and password. Or it can also allow you to create a new company profile. This login page will also give you information to how to contact MDOT for support. If you are experiencing issues with the launch of the new ExpressPass permitting site, please contact ExpressPass Permit Support at promiles.com. Include your contact information and details of the issue you are having. This page also provides the information to the permit office at 888-737-0061. There is a note that help is provided throughout the system. A question mark icon is displayed if a field has a help message associated with it. Hovering over an icon displays a brief explanation of the field, then clicking on the icon will display a detailed help message. There are instructional videos available which show how to accomplish common tasks. Please review these as a guide for assistance in navigating the ExpressPass oversized overweight permitting system. To access the user tutorials, select the ExpressPass user tutorial videos hyperlink. The ExpressPass user tutorial video screen displays. These are the tutorials that are currently available for the MDOT ExpressPass production site. More are yet to come. Please use these for reference on how to access the system. There is also a permit rules and regulations hyperlink. Once selected, this will open the MDOT rules and regulations for their permits and permit types. If you have an account in the old ExpressPass system and have not claimed your account, please contact MDOT at either of the contact methods previously mentioned to activate your login information. If you need to create a new account, please select the Create a Company Profile hyperlink. To set up a company profile screen will be displayed. The screen will ask if you have a valid USDOT number. Choose the option that best describes your situation and follow the on-screen prompts. If you choose I have a DOT number, the USDOT number field is provided. When entering a USDOT, select the validate numbers to check against the USDOT data. This data comes from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration Safety and Sickness Electronic Records database. If the numbers do not validate, double-click the numbers for accuracy. If the system notifies you that the account already exists, call the MDOT permit office for further instructions. If the numbers validate, a confirmation message will be displayed. Verify the company name and address listed is correct. Click OK for the confirmation message and click the Create Account button to proceed. On the next page, ExpressPass will automatically populate the information associated to the USDOT number entered. Any field with an asterisk will need to be completed before clicking Submit. Selecting the I am a permit service and I will be issuing permits in my company name will automatically set up a permit service account. Permit services will be able to set up companies that they order permits on behalf of and will be accessed from their company dashboard. Setting up a permit service account will require all information with a star to be entered on the next page. If you are a government agency that does not have a USDOT number and are exempt from paying fees, select the Government Agency dropdown. These carriers will be required to enter all information in the required fields on the next page. At this time, you will need to contact MDOT Permit Office at 888-737-0061 to flag your account, as fee exempt currently is not automatically done within the system. To create a new account without a USDOT number, select that I will be issuing permits in my individual name but do not have a USDOT number. Mississippi interstate carriers that order permits within the state of Mississippi and do not have a USDOT number would select this option. These carriers will be required to enter all information in the required fields on the next page. Enter the company name and company DBA if necessary. Then enter the phone number and email address in the correct fields. Fax number is optional since it does not have the star next to it. Select the Receive Electronic Billing Statements and Communication if you would like to receive your electronic statement through email. Make sure to select the primary delivery method from the drop-down list to specify the way you would like issued permits delivered. The options available are web, fax, or email. This can be changed on a permit-by-permit basis as needed. Please note that you can also print any active permit directly from the dashboard. Enter your first and last name, a username, and password. Please make note of the password requirement. The passwords must be at least 12 characters in length and must contain 3 of the 4 following options: lowercase, uppercase, at least 1 number, and or at least 1 special character. Make sure to enter your address, and if your physical address is the same as the mailing address, select the Same as Physical hyperlink to pull in the physical address into the mailing address. Make any updates as needed, and then submit to create your account. A message will be displayed stating that your account has been created. Click the OK button to return to the login screen. Please log in to complete your company profile. Read and review both disclaimer messages and then click the I understand and agree button. Note, if your account becomes suspended, there will be a message on that previous page that will let you know your account is suspended and will be removed once the account has become unsuspended. Once you're on the company dashboard, select the company data link to finish setting up your account. Here you can update your required information, which is all of the fields that have a star, or you could edit and add additional information. On the ExpressPass Company Management Portal screen, certain company information can be edited, such as the phone number and email address, or company name if your company does not have a USDOT. Be sure to set up additional users, update phone numbers and email addresses, and add vehicles when logging in for the first time. This information can also be updated as needed anytime that you're logged in to ExpressPass. New users can be added or existing users can be edited in the user section. All added users can order permits in ExpressPass. The original user who set up the account will be already listed in the users drop-down list. Click the Edit button to edit the user and add an email address, phone number, prompt question, and response. All users should enter an email address, prompt question, and response in order to retrieve a forgotten username or reset a forgotten password. This saves time, allowing users to bypass calling the permit office for a password. When editing an existing user or adding a new user, select the user type. The two levels are supervisor and user. The supervisor level can edit company information and other users. A user level can only update their own name, email address, phone number, and password. The user who created the account will be defaulted to a supervisor user. All company accounts must have at least one supervisor user. Unless the user has a specific start and end date for accessing ExpressPass, leave these fields blank. Otherwise, the start and end date for the account to be active for specific dates. Click the Update button to save the information. Once users have been edited or added, enter the company vehicles and ExpressPass for easier permit ordering. In ExpressPass, there are 3 ways to add vehicles. Vehicles can be added during the permit order process. If adding several vehicles at the same time, users can upload a vehicle spreadsheet using the vehicle import in the admin links on the company dashboard. And you can also add vehicles here in the company data. To add a vehicle in the company data, select the New button. The vehicle information screen will be displayed. Enter the unit number, make, year, VIN plate, and the state in which the vehicle is registered. And selecting a terminal is optional. Clicking the Insert button would add the new vehicles. Terminals are option and can be set up at this time. Terminals are different physical locations for the same USDOT number and account. Click the New button to add a new terminal. Enter the terminal information in the required fields and then click the button to edit entered terminals. Contact users and vehicles can be assigned to a terminal. Once all company data has been entered and updated, click the Home button to return to the dashboard. Okay. We will now log out to demonstrate the forgotten password functionality. Enter your username in the username field and then select I forgot my password. The forgotten password retrieval box will be displayed. Enter your username in the username field. Select the Display Security Prompt button. Now your security prompt question will be displayed. Enter the information, the corresponding information that you entered in your company user. Select Send Me My Password, and it tells you that your password for your username was emailed to the address on file. Once you have your email, you'll be prompted to re-enter a new password. Once you've typed in a new password, select the Submit button. You'll now be prompted back to the System User Notice page. Select the checkboxes and select I understand and agree. Now you're back on the company dashboard. Here from the company dashboard and all throughout the system, you can hover over any of these question mark icons and it will display a brief explanation of the field. Clicking the icon will display a detailed help message. The company dashboard is the primary interface of ExpressPass. The section of your company dashboard that lists your company permit order information is also called the queue. The primary function of the queue is to interact with your permit. If you are a permit service, the permit history is separated by company in your queue. There is a tutorial video on how permit services can order permits located on the login page. The new button will initiate the permit order process. To order a new permit, click the New Permit button at the top of the permit panel queue. If you know which permit type you need, select the I know which permit type I need and follow the prompts on the screen. If you're not sure which permit type you need, select I need help choosing a permit. This section will begin the Permit Wizard. The Permit Wizard is a series of questions regarding your vehicle, load, and other permit needs. Proceed through the Permit Wizard based on your responses. The Permit Wizard will suggest the type of permit needed. Now back on the dashboard, select the new permit button. Now I'll select the I know which permit I need. Now this begins a new permit application. Notice that the company name is at the top, and if you have a DOT number, it'll be displayed here next to your company name. Enter all information for the contact name, contact phone, contact email. Your primary delivery method will default to whatever was selected when you created your permit, created your company. You also have the option to change the default the primary delivery method and add an additional one. This company reference field is optional and is used as an identifier to help identify your own permits. Select a permit type from the drop-down. Notice that the from date is editable and you can start a permit in the future. Once you change your from date, it automatically will change your to date. Notice that after you select next on this page, you will not be able to change your permit type. Please verify your permit type before moving on to the next screen. Now the Order Permits Dimensions page is displayed. From here, you could add a vehicle from a vehicle inventory that you added either through the Import Vehicles from the company dashboard or on your company data screen. You also have the ability to add in a new permit or vehicle. Now select your commodity type and your load description. You have two options for I attest that the load is non-divisible, or I attest that hauling multiple items does not create an additional overdimension. Select the option that is most applicable. Now enter in your load dimensions. If your axle count and your loaded weight is beyond a certain subset parameter, then the enter weights button will be displayed and you'll be required to enter axle weight information. From here, enter in your number of axles and then put in your weight and spacing. Notice as you enter your weights and spacings, the total weight displays across the top, as does your total spacing. Underneath the axle weights and spacings entry is the display configuration button. Select this along with choosing the side or top radio buttons to display the configuration of your vehicle. This is the top display. You notice it has your spacings with an overview of the top of a vehicle. When you select the side display configuration, it will display the side view. To add the axle weights and spacings information to your permit, select the Validate Weights and Close. Selecting the X or the Cancel button will clear out the information that was entered. Before moving on to the next screen, select if this vehicle being permitted is a portion to operate in Mississippi or have a valid 72-hour legal permit. If the answer is yes, then you're able to move on to the next screen. If the answer is no, you'll be required to enter the start time for your 72-hour trip permit. When selecting the next, it will ask you, would you like to add the vehicle to your vehicle inventory? Select OK or Cancel. OK will add this to your vehicle inventory. Now the routing screen is displayed. Notice that you have different route options to be able to get a route in the Express Pass system. You have an option to enter an address where you enter the street number, street, city, and/or zip code. You can have an intersection of two streets where you enter each of the streets of the city and the intersection location. The map will zoom into the intersection and you may have several location markers for you to select from. Express Pass provides turn-by-turn directions, so choose the marker that best represents your location. Border crossings. If you are entering from another state or leaving Mississippi, select your highway and the nearest city to where you will cross the state line. The lat-long on map feature. If you have a geocode from your location, you may enter it. Example would be putting in a lat-long. You can also click Find after selecting lat-long map to click a location on the map. For this example, we are going to choose an intersection and a border crossing. The city field is optional. If you know the cities of the location of the intersection, you may put that in. Otherwise, you can select Go, and the system will find the intersection of the two roads. As you zoom into the map, you'll see that there are green highlighted roads. These green highlighted roads are the on-system state-maintained network. These roadways are the roads that are able to be used in the Express Pass system. For this intersection, we found 3 different balloons for where these roads intersect. Select the one closest to where you would begin your travel. For the border crossing, we will select the I-20 US 80 Louisiana line. Select Validate and Run. And the system-generated default route is displayed. Notice that the route has the green on-system roads defaulted on. To the right of the screen is the map layer option. Then select the restrictions option to display the red restriction highlights along the map. These red highlights are applicable to the vehicle size entered on the previous screen. The posted display will display little yellow exclamation triangles that display information for posted bridges. This information will provide the bridge ID, your carried and crossed information, and a location for where the bridge is located. By default, the system will automatically avoid the posted bridges. Below the map, you will see the load dimensions used during routing. This provides the information that you entered in for the dimensions on the previous screen. The route description will provide information for your origin and destination, and also a condensed version of driving directions. Also, if there are any non-routing restrictions along your route, which are restrictions that do not prevent travel, but do provide information about the route segments routed over, will be displayed here underneath the condensed driving directions. Then listed below are the turn-by-turn driving directions, which will provide the information for your start and end, and then all the miles, the route to, and the distance information. Then at the bottom, you'll see your total distance for your trip. If you would like to change your route from the default route, you have the options to enter via points or via highways. To enter via highway, you can enter the route number along with commas to separate the route, but you need to have intersecting highways. For an example, I'm going to enter in some via highways. Notice how the route has changed. If this is not an applicable route, then you have the options to remove the via highways. You can start over at none, or you can also add via point. To add a via point, select the Final Map feature and then select on the map. Notice that your default route is still selected. To select a point on the map, simply use the Drag Map feature to drag the map and then zoom in to the location of where you'd like to add your via. Make sure you zoom in close enough so that you select the applicable side of the road so it prevents undesirable routes. Notice that it will enter in your geocode information. Now validate and run. If you're happy with your new route, you can now select the next button to go on to the next screen. If you do not find a route that you would like, select the I have a problem with the route and would like it reviewed. This will allow you to add a note to the MDOT permit office for helping to choose the route that you would like. If this route is one that you would like to use multiple times, there is a Save This Trip option. Select Save This Trip and enter information that would help you to remember this route. You'll get a pop-up that tells you your trip has been saved. Now you may go to the next button. The Order Permit Summary page is now displayed. This page will provide you information for your permit ID number, your permit fees, your permit type, and your total. Then you'll have a route description directions that provide your condensed driving directions. And then you'll have your permit information, such as the permit type, your start and end date, your vehicle load, what your load description is, your vehicle information, your dimensions, including axle weights and spacings, then your origin and destination, and then your turn-by-turn travel directions. Note that you have the option to select the print turn-by-turn directions. By default, it is selected to be turned on, so the turn-by-turn directions will be printed on your permit PDF. If any via points were used, those will be added below the permit. Select the Submit button. And you'll get the permit submission successful. Now go back to your home. Notice that the permit that you just ordered is on the screen. If there's anything pending that has to be turned into the permit office, it'll give it a pending status. Otherwise, it will go to your permit shopping cart if it is self-issuable. Select the refresh button to refresh your queue. The search permit button will allow you to search for a permit in the queue. After clicking the search permits button, select a search parameter from the search by drop-down list. You can choose from options such as permit number or ID, permit type, dates, VIN, and terminal. Enter or select the information in the text field or second drop-down list and click the Go button. The company dashboard will display the permits meeting the search criteria. The action column will perform various actions. And this is based on the permit status. Clicking on the select link to the right of the permit under the action column in the permit queue will display several options from which to choose. The various actions available to the users are dependent on the permit status. Permits that have a status of unfinished indicate the permit order process is incomplete for a variety of reasons. Choosing the select link in the action column will let you resume the permit to complete it or cancel the permit if it is no longer needed. An issued status means the permit is issued and valid. View the permit details page by clicking the View Permit link after clicking the select link in the action column to view all the information the permit contains. You can view permit here to open the permit details. An issued status means the issued permit is valid. Permit details page provides the information for the specific permit. It includes the permit number, the permit ID, the company name, the type of permit. If there's a commodity type, it also provides the status of the permit and how the permit was delivered. The user also has the option to resend the permit, which can be done by fax or email. Simply add the fax number or an email address and then select the applicable icon to have your permit resent. The issue date along with the start and end dates are also displayed. The following tabs add information about the permit that are easy for the user to find. The Vehicle and Load tab provides information for the vehicle dimensions and the vehicle and load. The Changes tab has information for the users that have accessed the permit and the actions that they have made. The Docs and PDF page will display any uploaded document along with your permit PDF. The fee items will show the amount of the permit and the description of the permit type. If there's a special items for your permit application, that'll be displayed on the special items page. The Payments tab will show how the permit was paid. It also provides the timestamp for the pay date and time, the amount paid, and how it was paid. The Notes tab allows the company user or MDOT users to add a note for the permit. The Route screen will show a route for the permit if it was a routed permit. The Conditions tab displays all conditions for that permit. And that concludes the permit details page. Now you can go back to view the home for the company dashboard. Now, the admin panel is located on the upper left side of the company dashboard and contains several links to navigate the permitting system. The annual permit route link is used to identify a route for an active annual permit that has been purchased. Select the annual permit route and then enter in an annual or blanket permit number and select Find. The dimensions for the permit will be pulled in below. Verify that these are the dimensions for the permit and select Next. Now you'll be able to enter the routing information for the move for this particular permit. Across the top, it'll give you information. To use this route, click the Print Route link and carry a copy of the route with the permit. After printing, or if you wish to cancel, click the Return to Dashboard link. This route is only valid for 1 day. However, the annual permit route feature can be used as many times as your permit is valid. By selecting Print Route, you'll have a piece of paper that provides the information for the route and the permit and the valid date, and provides turn-by-turn directions from your origin destination and through your route. The Bridge Study link allows users with bridge studies to view past and present bridge study information. The Charge Account link displays a list of recent charge account transactions for your account. Print reconciliation reports and make payments to the charge account. To be able to make a payment to your charge account, you can select the Make Payment to Charge Account with Credit Card Electronic Check link. This will bring you to the charge account processing screen where you can enter the amount and the description and be brought off to the credit card processor. You can also generate a report by selecting the Generate Report link and then selecting the date and the month and then selecting the Statement button. An ExpressPass charge account statement will be generated. This will provide information for any charges or payment within the month period selected. The Company Data link will display the Company Data screen where supervisor users can edit items such as users, passwords, and vehicles. If you have a status of user, clicking on the Company Data link will allow you to edit only your name, email address, phone number, or change your password. The Company Correspondence link allows users to view all company correspondences sent to the company. This information will also include the electronic communication if you selected to receive the electronic communication from your company data. The pre-trip routing screen will allow users to generate a route without actually submitting an application to ExpressPass. This feature is provided as a service for quoting loads and is suggestion only. The route is subject to change during the application process depending on the actual dimensions, restrictions, and other factors considered by MDOT, mainly including vehicles of superload dimensions that require bridge studies. The pre-trip routing screen, you enter your dimensions, then select the Next button. From here, you get to the Enter a Route screen where you can enter your origin and destination, select any vias, and then validate and run to get a trip. If you have a saved trip, you can select that and then select the Load Trip button. It will automatically pull in your origin and destination and any vias. Select Validate and Run to generate your route. Notice that across the top it tells you that it's a suggested route only and this is not a permit. The Reports link will allow users to view and print various reports such as customer reconciliation reports. To generate a report, you select your payment method along with your permit or assessment type, or you can leave the default for all. Then select if you would like your format in PDF or Excel, and then select your start and end date. Selecting the Generate Report button will generate the customer reconciliation report. The Saved Trips link will allow users to see a list of saved trips and edit the trip name or delete trips that have been saved for the company account. To edit, select Edit, and then you can change the information displayed and either save or cancel, or you can also delete the trip. The shopping cart link will allow users to locate permits pending payment and provide detailed information regarding permits available for purchase. Once a permit application has been approved by an MDOT user or has been self-issued by ExpressPass, the permit will be available for purchase in the shopping cart. To pay for a permit, select the Pay checkbox next to the applicable permit and then select the Pay Now link. To cancel the permit, you may select the Cancel Permit, and that will delete the permit and it will no longer be available for purchase. You can view the permit to open the permit details page. If you have a permit that is free, you would be required to select the Print Now button, and that will issue the permit PDF. Approved permits will remain in the shopping cart until they are purchased or until their start date. Permits not purchased by midnight of the requested start date will be automatically canceled at midnight and given a no payment status. These permits will no longer be available for purchase, and a new application will need to be submitted. Permits can be paid from either location. There is a shopping cart link on the right and the shopping cart link in the admin link, and they can be paid from either location. Note that there is a Permit Rules and Regulations button that will display the Mississippi Permit Rules and Regulations in PDF form. This is the same PDF that you can also find on the login page. Many other helpful options are located on the right side of the company dashboard. The Assessments and Warrants button will allow you to view any outstanding assessments, warrants, and liens. It will show the information for any unpaid assessments or if there are any outstanding warrants. Note that if there are outstanding warrants, your assessments and warrants hyperlink displays with a red font, and you will also be given a suspended notification when you log in. Select the Pay Assessments link to view the Pay Outstanding Assessments, Warrants, and Liens screen. This screen will display the issue date, receipt number, highway, driver, vehicle, and amount. This includes the original amount of the assessment and the amount of balance that is remaining. To make a payment, select the check mark next to the applicable assessment and select the Make Payment button. This will bring you off to the credit card processor. After the credit card has been processed and the assessment is paid for, this screen will no longer display the assessment that was paid. The company information provides the company name along with the company account number. The Messages section contains important announcements from MDOT. The messages displayed here will quickly allow you to see items that pertain to the trucking industry and permitting in Mississippi. The Message Center is also used to announce system maintenance and scheduled downtime. The Statistics panel displays basic information for your company, such as the number of permits issued for your company today and the number of self-issued permits for the day. These numbers are refreshed throughout the day as permit activity continues. The Insurance section is only for carriers without a USDOT and is used to upload insurance accord documents and view the expiration date. There is a separate tutorial video on uploading insurance located on the login page. However, to upload an insurance accord, you would select the Upload Accord link. The Upload Accord Certificate of Insurance screen is displayed, and you can enter your policy number, your insurance company name, the policy start and end date, and then choose your insurance accord document from your computer. Once you upload, it will display information that your accord has been uploaded and is pending MDOT. Once MDOT approves it, you will get an expiration date for the date that your insurance accord expires. This date is viewable on your company dashboard and in your company data. If you need to register for the United Carrier registration, you can select the UCR portal or select the MDOT UCR form to download a form to fill out and send in to MDOT. This concludes our company tutorial training. Thank you.